Hello, and welcome to Ancient Atoms Awakened. I am honored that you've chosen to join us for this exploration of Solfeggio frequencies, ancient sound healing tones that will play a crucial role in our upcoming Chakra activation series. In this journey, we'll discover the historical origins of these powerful frequencies, explore their specific effects on consciousness and energy, and learn how they complement our chakra work. By the end, you'll understand why these particular sound vibrations have been valued across cultures and time for their transformative potential. The use of specific sound frequencies for healing, transformation, and spiritual practice has deep roots in human history. Archaeological evidence reveals that ancient civilizations worldwide recognized the power of sound vibration to influence consciousness, health, and energy, long before modern science could measure or explain these effects. Ancient Egyptian temples dating back to 4000 BCE were designed with precise acoustic properties to amplify and direct specific frequencies during ceremonies. Sound chambers found in these temples show sophisticated understanding of how different tones could induce altered states of consciousness. Hieroglyphs describe specific sound sequences used for healing and spiritual initiation. In ancient India, the science of sound, Nada Yoga, was developed as early as 3000 BCE. Sanskrit texts describe how specific tones could affect different aspects of human consciousness and energy. The concept of Nada Brahma, the understanding that the universe itself is vibration, informed practices using sound for transformation and healing. Ancient Greek mystery schools, particularly the Pythagorean tradition, 6th century BCE, developed sophisticated understanding of the mathematical relationships between sound frequencies and cosmic order. Pythagoras, who studied in Egypt for 22 years, taught that specific musical intervals had direct effects on health and consciousness. His concept of the music of the spheres recognized how planetary frequencies influenced human experience. Across ancient China, Tibet, indigenous America, and Australia, archaeological evidence shows specialized instruments designed to produce specific tones for ceremonial, healing, and consciousness-expanding purposes. These diverse traditions independently discovered the power of certain frequency ranges to affect human energy and awareness. The particular set of tones known as the Solfeggio frequencies represent one ancient system of sacred sound that has been preserved, lost, and rediscovered over centuries. These frequencies are believed to originate from ancient Vedic traditions and were later incorporated into early Christian Gregorian chants, particularly in the hymn to John the Baptist called Ut Quant Laxis. While some modern sources claim these frequencies were lost and only recently rediscovered, more accurate historical research suggests they were preserved in various traditions but reinterpreted through different cultural frameworks over time. The mathematical relationships underlying these frequencies appear in ancient architectural acoustics, musical traditions, and healing practices across cultures. What makes the Solfeggio frequencies particularly significant is their mathematical relationship to numbers, considered sacred in numerous ancient traditions. When reduced to their single-digit Pythagorean values, these frequencies all resolve to 3, 6, or 9, numbers that Nikola Tesla later described as the key to the universe. This mathematical pattern appears in sacred geometry, astronomical cycles, and biological structures across nature. The rediscovery and contemporary application of these frequencies represents not the invention of something new, but rather the remembering of ancient wisdom. Vibrations humans have used for thousands of years to balance, activate, and harmonize their energy systems. The Solfeggio frequency system includes 7 primary tones, each associated with specific effects on energy, consciousness, and physical well-being. These frequencies have been connected to the chakra system in contemporary healing practices due to their complementary effects on these energy centers. The first frequency is 396 Hz, which resonates with the root chakra. Ancient texts associate this frequency with liberating guilt and fear, primary emotions connected to the root chakra's themes of security and survival. This frequency mathematically resolves to 9. 3 plus 9 plus 6 equals 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9. A number associated with completion and fulfillment in ancient numerology. When listening to 396 Hz, many people report sensations of grounding, stability, and release of survival-based fear. This frequency has been observed to help create a sense of safety and security in the body, precisely the foundation needed for healthy root chakra functioning. Archaeological evidence suggests drums tuned to similar frequency ranges were used in ancient earth-connecting ceremonies. The second frequency is 417 Hz, which resonates with the sacral chakra. Ancient traditions associate this frequency with transformation and release of blockages. Key themes in the sacral chakra's domain of flow, change, and creativity. This frequency mathematically resolves to 3. 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3. A number associated with creation in ancient numerology. When experiencing 417 Hz, many report increased creative flow, emotional release, and greater comfort with change processes. This frequency appears to facilitate the release of stagnant energy and the activation of creative potential, functions directly aligned with the sacral chakra. Ancient instruments designed to produce similar tones were often used in ceremonies related to life transitions and creative awakening. The third frequency is 528 Hz, which resonates with the solar plexus chakra. Often called the miracle tone, ancient traditions associate this frequency with transformation, DNA repair, and harmonizing effects. This frequency mathematically resolves to 6. 5 plus 2 plus 8 equals 15. 1 plus 5 equals 6, a number associated with harmony and balance in ancient numerology. Experiences with 528 Hz often include sensations of inner strength, personal empowerment, and inner harmony, qualities connected to balanced solar plexus energy. Research has demonstrated that this particular frequency can influence cellular processes, potentially supporting the transformative function associated with the solar plexus chakra. Archaeological evidence suggests temple chambers were sometimes designed to resonate at frequencies in this range during transformational ceremonies. The fourth frequency is 639 Hz, which resonates with the heart chakra. Ancient texts associate this frequency with harmonizing relationships and fostering connection, primary themes of the heart chakra. This frequency mathematically resolves to 9, representing wholeness in ancient numerical systems. When experiencing 639 Hz, many report feelings of expanded compassion, emotional balance, and improved sense of connection with others. This frequency appears to facilitate the integration of seemingly opposite energies, a core function of the heart chakra as the central balancing point in the chakra system. Ancient wind instruments were often designed to produce tones in this range for ceremonies, involving community, harmony, and heart opening. The fifth frequency is 741 Hz, which resonates with the throat chakra. Ancient traditions associate this frequency with awakening intuition, expression, and solving problems, functions aligned with the throat chakra's role in manifestation and communication. This frequency mathematically resolves to 3, representing expression in ancient numerology. Experiences with 741 Hz commonly include enhanced clarity of thought, creative expression, and intuitive insights. This frequency appears to support the bridge between inner awareness and outer expression. The primary function of the throat chakra. Archaeological evidence shows specialized chambers in ancient mystery schools, designed with acoustic properties that would amplify frequencies in this range during oracle and prophetic practices. The sixth frequency is 852 Hz, which resonates with the third eye chakra. Ancient texts associate this frequency with awakening, intuition, and inner vision, the core functions of the third eye center. This frequency mathematically resolves to 6, representing spiritual vision in ancient numerical systems. When experiencing 852 Hz, many report enhanced meditation experiences, visual imagery, and intuitive perception. This frequency appears to shift brain activity toward patterns associated with expanded awareness, aligned with the third eye chakra's function. Temple acoustic designs in ancient Egypt, Greece, and India show chambers specifically created to amplify tones in this range during visionary practices. The final frequency in this system is 963 Hz, which resonates with the crown chakra. Ancient traditions associate this frequency with connection to universal consciousness and spiritual awakening, the primary domain of the crown center. This frequency mathematically resolves to 9, representing completeness and transcendence in ancient numerology. Experiences with 963 Hz often include sensations of expanded awareness, transcendent states, and connection to something greater than the individual self. This frequency appears to facilitate the highest level of integration in the energy system. The crown chakra's ultimate function. Archaeological evidence shows specialized acoustic instruments, used in ancient spiritual traditions, to produce tones in this frequency range during initiation ceremonies. While the ancient understanding of these frequencies was primarily experiential and intuitive, modern science offers fascinating insights into how and why specific sound vibrations affect our physical, mental, and energetic systems. From a physics perspective, everything in existence is vibration. From subatomic particles to galaxies, all matter and energy exists in states of vibration at specific frequencies. The human body is no exception, with different tissues, organs, and systems vibrating at characteristic frequencies. When external frequencies are introduced through sound, the principle of resonance comes into play. The tendency of a vibrating system to absorb energy more efficiently at some frequencies than at others. Research in the field of cymatics, the study of visible sound and vibration, has demonstrated how different frequencies create distinct geometric patterns in physical matter. When sand, water, or other substances are exposed to specific tones, they organize into patterns that remarkably resemble sacred geometry forms found in ancient traditions. This provides a visible demonstration of how sound organizing information in physical systems. From a neurological perspective, different sound frequencies have been shown to entrain brainwave patterns through a process called frequency following response. EEG studies demonstrate that the brain tends to match its dominant frequency to persistent external stimuli. The Solfeggio frequencies appear to induce specific brainwave states associated with relaxation, creativity, intuition, and expanded awareness, states conducive to chakra activation. Research in psychoacoustics, the scientific study of sound perception, has revealed that certain frequency ranges directly affect our nervous system, endocrine function, and emotional states. Cellular research has demonstrated that specific frequencies can influence cellular mechanics, with 528 Hz in particular showing effects on cellular structures in laboratory studies. While more research is needed, These findings suggest potential mechanisms for how sound vibration might influence the subtle energy centers associated with the chakra system. As we work with these frequencies in our chakra activation series, it's helpful to understand that we're engaging with both ancient wisdom and principles that modern science is beginning to validate and explain. The Solfeggio tones aren't magical or mystical in the sense of defying natural law. Rather, they work with fundamental principles of vibration, resonance, and entrainment that govern all physical and energetic systems. This integration of ancient practice and modern understanding creates a powerful approach to working with sound as a tool for energy activation and consciousness expansion. Before we move forward with our chakra activation series, I'd like to offer you a brief experiential introduction to each of the Solfeggio frequencies we'll be working with. This direct experience will help you become familiar with these tones and their unique qualities before we use them in our full chakra practices. As you listen to each frequency, I invite you to notice any sensations, emotions, images, or insights that arise. There are no correct experiences. Your system will respond uniquely based on your current energetic state, personal history, and individual sensitivity. Let's begin with 396 Hz, the frequency associated with the root chakra. As you listen, bring your awareness to the base of your spine, noticing any sensations or shifts in this area. Now, let's experience 417 Hz, associated with the sacral chakra. Bring your awareness to your lower abdomen, the region below your navel. Next is 528 Hz, associated with the solar plexus chakra. Focus your awareness on the upper abdomen, between your navel and the base of your sternum. Now, let's experience 639 Hz, associated with the heart chakra. Bring your awareness to the center of your chest, the heart region. Next is 741 Hz, associated with the throat chakra. Focus your awareness on your throat region, the center of expression. Now, let's experience 852 Hz, associated with the third eye chakra. Bring your awareness to the center of your forehead, slightly above the space between your eyebrows. Finally, let's experience 963 Hz, associated with the crown chakra. Focus your awareness at the top of your head and slightly above it. As you've noticed, each frequency has its distinct quality and effect. In our chakra activation series, these tones will be embedded in beautiful, supportive music designed to enhance your experience while maintaining the mathematical precision of these healing frequencies. As we prepare to incorporate these powerful frequencies into our chakra activation practices, here are some guidelines for working effectively with them. First, approach these frequencies with both openness and discernment. Ancient wisdom traditions taught that sound healing wasn't about passive listening, but active engagement, a relationship between the sound and the listener. Notice how each frequency affects you particularly, as individual responses vary based on one's current state and needs. Second, understand that these frequencies work best with regular exposure. Ancient sound practices weren't one-time events, but ongoing relationships with specific vibrations. Regular listening helps your system become more responsive to these beneficial frequencies. Consider incorporating the specific frequency associated with any chakra you're currently focusing on into your daily routine, even outside formal practice sessions. Third, recognize that sound healing works through multiple mechanisms: physical vibration affecting tissues, neurological entrainment, electromagnetic field influences, and what ancient traditions would describe as subtle energy effects. This multi-level influence creates comprehensive shifts that address both symptoms and underlying patterns. Fourth, combine frequency work with intention. Ancient sound healing was never merely mechanical, but always included focused awareness and clear intention. As you work with these frequencies, maintain awareness of the specific qualities you're inviting into your energy system: stability with 396 Hz, flow with 417 Hz, transformation with 528 Hz, integration with 639 Hz, expression with 741 Hz, perception with 852 Hz, and transcendence with 963 Hz. Fifth, be attentive to your body's responses. Occasionally, working with powerful frequencies can trigger temporary intensification of symptoms or emotional release, as blocked energy begins to move. Ancient traditions recognized this as part of the healing process. If you experience strong reactions, consider reducing volume or duration while maintaining regular practice. Sixth, create optimal listening conditions when possible. While these frequencies are beneficial even in less than ideal circumstances, their effects are enhanced when experienced in a calm environment with minimal distractions. Using quality headphones can provide a more immersive experience, though they aren't essential. Seventh, integrate frequency. Work with other aspects of your practice. Ancient traditions typically combined sound with breath, movement, visualization, and specific intentions, rather than isolating any single approach. In our Chakra activation series, we'll integrate the Solfeggio frequencies with the 369 breathing method, specific visualizations, and focused awareness for maximum effectiveness. As you move forward with these frequencies, remember that you're engaging with sound, technology developed and refined over thousands of years by practitioners who deeply understood the relationship between vibration and consciousness. The specific tones we'll be using in our chakra activations have been selected for their particular resonance with each energy center, creating optimal conditions for awakening and balancing these aspects of your subtle anatomy. As we prepare to work with the Solfeggio frequencies in our chakra activation series, I'd like to offer a series of affirmations that help integrate this understanding into your practice. These statements align your conscious intention with the vibrational effects of these ancient tones. Allow these affirmations to resonate within you. I am receptive to the healing vibrations of sound that have supported human awakening for thousands of years. My body, mind, and energy system respond positively to beneficial frequencies that promote balance and awareness. I recognize sound as a powerful tool for transformation that affects me at physical, emotional, mental, and energetic levels. The specific frequencies associated with each chakra help activate and balance these energy centers within me. I approach sound healing with both openness to experience and discernment about effects. My energy system becomes increasingly responsive to beneficial frequencies with regular practice. I combine sound healing with conscious intention, creating powerful synergy in my practice. I honor both the ancient wisdom and modern understanding of how sound influences consciousness and energy. Each cell in my body responds to harmonious vibrations that support optimal functioning and balance. I am ancient atoms awakened. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of Solfeggio frequencies. In our next video, we'll provide an overview of the complete chakra system, building on the foundation of breath awareness and Solfeggio frequencies we've established. Until we meet again, may these ancient healing vibrations continue to resonate within you, awakening harmony and balance. Ancient atoms awakened, where ancient wisdom meets modern awakening. Guided meditation. Introduction series, Understanding Solfeggio frequencies.